What's going on, boys? First episode of the pod. We got SB right here, and then Ghosty's over
Yes,
in
sir.
the corner over there. Yeah. We're going to be talking about some Super Bowl stuff here.
All right, sit the hell down. Sit the hell down.
Some spreads and all that.
Okay.
We got it for you, boys.
This is the first episode of our podcast. If you guys haven't watched before, this is SB Locks, okay, on YouTube, and I'm Ghost Locks, okay? Some of you guys have probably watched our stuff before. If not, welcome. You could go check out both our channels. We give free player props every single day. But now we are starting this podcast, and today's lighting, the setup is probably going to be trash because it's the first episode. Bear with us. But today we're going to talk about just the Super Bowl in general. We're going to go over everything, spread, weird bets because it's the Super Bowl, so it's fun. Maybe talk a little bit about player props, just kind of how we think the game's going to go overall. And so we're just going to, get right into it, right? Get right into how we think the game's going to go. I think we could start with the Seattle side of the ball. If you want to talk about Seattle side, and then I'll go ahead and I could talk about just the Patriots side, or I'll go off what you say right now.
I mean, honestly, just plain and simple, Seattle's got, at the moment, probably the most unstoppable offense in the entire league. There's really not much you can do. Right now.
Hey, man, I'm a Rams fan, and Stafford
now,
threw, 350 and 3 tuds or 4 tuds?
Sam Darnold did, too.
Yeah, but Sam – yeah. Okay, here's a question for you. Do you think that Sam Darnold is going to have one of those – I'm seeing ghost games, right? Because here's the thing. Everywhere on social media right now, I think everybody on the planet knows that the Seahawks are better and they should win this game. But Patriots fans only have one argument for why they think the Patriots are going to win. And the only argument they have is Sam Darnold's going to see ghosts, so he's going to pull a Sam Darnold in the playoffs.
I think that if that was going to be the case, I think we would have already seen it. Maybe we wouldn't have seen it in the first round against the Niners. That game was super weird, whatever. But against the Rams specifically, I think we definitely would have seen it there. So, yes, it's Super Bowl. There's more nerves involved. But again, the NFC Championship, especially against that good of a Rams team, is definitely a high-stakes situation where we would see some, even if it wasn't as much, we would see something from him as far as that goes. If I'm not mistaken, did he have a pick or no? I don't think he did.
Sam Darnold?
Did he? He might have had one
against the Niners,
against the Rams. He might have had one.
I don't think
he did though. And again,
regardless, he played well, so the point still stands. I agree with you. I think people have been saying that every playoff game so far, and it hasn't showed up.
Yeah,
quite literally the opposite showed up, where he just plays his mind. He just goes crazy.
I just simply don't understand Sam Darnold hate. He's not an unlikable guy. Sure, he hasn't been the greatest quarterback ever, but he's had 2 really good seasons back to back. He's been playing really, really well. So I don't understand the hate. As I was saying earlier, I think the Seahawks have, at this point in that time, they have one of the better offenses in the league. What are you supposed to do when you've got JSN, Rashid Shaheed, Cooper Kupp are their wide receivers? You got AJ Barner, you got Kenneth Walker. What are you supposed to do?
But to be fair, just to play devil's advocate, let's talk about the Patriots defense, right? Because the Patriots defense is probably a top 5 defense for sure. You got Texans, I think, was the best.
Yeah, definitely.
Seattle, the second best. And then you could start making arguments, Patriots, Broncos, whoever you want to throw in there. But overall, this Patriots defense, run defense specifically, is disgusting. Because you could use the argument of they've played bad teams, bad matchups, so that's why their run, defense looks good. But even when you play bad teams, you're still not necessarily playing bad running backs or running games, right? They played Breece Hall, twice. They played Bijan Robinson. He got stuffed. It doesn't matter who they're playing. They're stuffing everyone, in the run game, right? So I think Kenneth Walker with no Zach Charbonnet, they might give him another 20 carries in this game. But even if they do, I don't think Kenneth Walker. I think his player prop line is at 73.5 yards last time I checked, somewhere right around there. I think that's too high. I don't think they've given that up a single time this year. Maybe Breece Hall
They gave it up back-to-back games. Derrick Henry had 130 in the next game.
Yeah, but Derrick Henry
James
also
Cook
had
120.
Yeah, but they both also had
they had 20 carries about.
I
want to say Derrick Henry had 17 or 18 carries.
It's also Derrick Henry.
Fair. I'm not saying, but I don't think that Kenneth Walker getting 70 rushing yards is out of the question. I wouldn't rule that out completely. There have been games where New England's rushing defense does kind of fall apart.
I don't think that's true at all.
those two games, they
this.
fell apart.
I don't think that's falling apart. Like,
I mean, giving up 130 rushing yards on like 17 or 18 carries, I would call that falling apart. That is a lot of yards on not an insane amount of carries
I
at all.
feel like you can somewhat make the argument maybe they fell apart one game against King Henry. I mean, the guy's nickname is King Henry, right?
The guy's also like 33, though.
Okay, but at the same time, I'm just saying I don't think we're going to see a game here where Seattle's moving the ball down the field with handoffs.
Yeah, and I agree with that.
Let's put it this way. We could all agree that if he does get 70 yards or 70-plus yards, it's because he had 20-plus carries.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But, I mean, it's – Seattle's done it all year. They don't care who is in the game. They will run the ball as much as they want. Maybe it doesn't work. They'll still run the ball regardless. They did it against the Rams. They did it against, obviously, the Niners, but they were up by like 1 million points. But I think Kenneth Walker has looked really good in the playoffs. So I don't know if they have a rough first half running the ball. I don't think that they're necessarily going to abandon the run at all. But I do think that they're going to stick to more of a pass-heavy kind of thing, which – I mean, I'll hand the keys to you on this one if you want to talk about New England's passing defense.
New England's passing defense has been, in my opinion, a bit overrated all year because, again, they're playing bad teams. And like I said, when you're playing bad teams, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're playing a bad running back or a bad running offense. But when it comes to the passing game, a lot of those teams and a lot of those passing offenses are really, really bad. So their stats are very inflated. I mean, when you're playing the Falcons, you're playing the Jets twice, you're playing the Dolphins twice. I mean, your stats as far as your passing defense is just going to be insane. But I just don't think that their passing defense is going to show out in this game. I just don't. I think the Seahawks are going to move the ball pretty well, passing the ball. They'll move it a little bit with the run just to keep it involved. And I think they're probably going to kick a decent amount of field goals, maybe. But I do believe the Patriots, I think, force like the second least amount of field goals this season. So, but again, when you're playing bad teams, that's not totally shocking. I don't know. If we're just talking spread in this game, I think it's set at 4.5. Did that move?
I can check on that right now. I don't think that moved at all.
Yeah, it's still 4.5.
Yeah, spread's still minus 4.5 for the Seahawks at this very moment.
Just looking at the other side, just quickly summarizing the other side, I don't see how the Patriots are going to move the ball efficiently and consistently against the Seahawks defense. So I don't think either team's necessarily going to run away with it in the sense of dropping 30-plus points, but I don't see the Patriots scoring 20-plus points. So I think that my prediction for the score would be Seahawks 27 and Patriots 17. I think the Seahawks cover it. I think they're the way better team. They're really well coached this season. So are the Patriots. But I just got the Seahawks, man. They're too good.
I don't hate that score prediction at all. I did want to touch on something really quickly because I know it's probably going to come up in the comments or something. But when we're talking about this Patriots offense against the Seattle defense, yes, both of us would agree that the Texans defense is a better all-around defense than the Seahawks. And, of course, the Patriots were still able to put up points. But because I know it's going to come up in the comments, C.J. Stroud threw 4 picks. So
Sam Darnold's not throwing 4 picks. It's just not happening.
Yeah. And that C.J. Stroud threw 4 picks. He didn't have his starting tight end, backup tight end, starting running back, starting wide receiver. I mean, their entire team was beat up. So I feel like because I know it's going to come up, I want to say this. Point. I don't think that this is going to be another rerun of, Drake May's dotting up a really good defense. Because when you guys go back and look at the stats, they had like 2 30-plus yard touchdowns. They got a couple of really long touchdowns. Obviously, that Kayshon Boutte touchdown was an amazing catch by him. And then you had broken coverage on the Demario Douglas touchdown during that game. So I don't think it's going to be another situation like that. I feel like the Seahawks are going to be able to hold their own. Again, that game was also snow. And as I've said a couple times, C.J. Stroud had such a bad game. I don't think it's really comparable. I do agree with what you're saying. I think that that Seahawks defense is good enough to hold up Drake May. I think that secondary is absolutely outstanding. And obviously that run defense, I mean,
what's your score prediction?
My score prediction for this one, I think it's going to be a little bit more low scoring as well. I think I've got Seahawks 24 to Patriots 17. So
so we both got Patriots 17. I was bouncing between 24 for Seahawks and 27 for Seahawks, but So you got him winning by 7. I got him winning by 10. So
I mean, that's
pretty similar. I would think a lot of people have that. I think a lot of money is coming in on the Seahawks here, which kind of scares me sometimes with Super Bowls, especially. But I mean, I think they're just so obviously the better team, and sometimes that just does happen. But let's get into some of the fun bets.
Some of the fun bets, yeah.
For the Super Bowl, we got some weird bets because obviously, dude, it's the Super Bowl. You got to throw some weird stuff in there. I don't think we have Gatorade color on this. Now, I will say, guys, Gatorade color might be. I think the two most weird fun bets during the Super Bowl would be Gatorade color and National anthem time. National anthem time is so fun. But here's the thing I'll say about the Gatorade color specifically. I saw earlier, I don't have it right in front of me, but the lowest odds for the color to be was clear Gatorade / water. So it could either be water or it could be that glacier cherry, flavor of Gatorade. For the payout, I think that's insane. Yeah. Because I don't know if we have seen it before. I think we got it 3 years in a row. I think I saw a graph and it was like from 2010 to 2012. They had clear Gatorade or water like 3 years in a row. So it's been a while. So first of all, it's due.
Yeah.
Second of all, the payouts for it is insane. And I think it's just decent odds for it to be clear Gatorade. But if you guys want Gatorade predictions, that would be mine.
Unfortunately,
that's a fun bet.
We don't have Gatorade color or the national anthem time, which sucks. But we do have some pretty fun ones. My personal favorite right here is, are the Seahawks going to attempt a pass on or inside New England Patriots 1 yard line? Obviously, this is referring to the last time these two teams met in the Super Bowl.
Dude,
I think that one's a lot of fun. I think that's hilarious.
100%.
I doubt they will. I don't see a situation where as
100%
as that franchise, I don't see a situation where you can be on the 1 yard line and even have a thought of throwing the ball.
Dude, but it's different people. It's different coaches. They asked Sam Darnold. Did you see him talking about that?
I did not see him talking about that.
They asked Sam Darnold, like, hey, if you're within, the 1 yard line, 30 seconds left in the game, no timeouts, are you running or passing? He goes, well, as the quarterback, I think we should pass.
Well, yeah, because he wants the stats. He wants to be the guy that threw the game-winning touchdown.
Okay.
But it's not.
So what do you mean? He said yes.
It's not up to him.
If that's how he is.
It's not up to him.
It absolutely is up to the quarterback.
No, it's not up to the quarterback.
What are we talking about? What are you talking about, man? Yeah, the offensive coordinator calls the play, but if you think a game-winning play with 30 seconds left in the Super Bowl, the offensive coordinator isn't going to ask the quarterback, hey, like, what are you thinking here? You're insane. You're crazy. Every offensive coordinator and coach
on top of
asking
that,
your quarterback.
If the OC asks him that and Sam Darnold goes, oh, I want to throw the ball, and the same situation happens, that dude's getting cut from the team.
And it is what it is. I don't think he's going to throw an interception on the 1 yard line, but I think he's throwing the ball.
I don't. Normal situation, I would agree with you that ask the quarterback. In this specific situation, just because of the team that they are and the fact that this already happened before, I don't think the OC would give him a choice. I think you'd just be like, we are running the ball no matter what. If it doesn't work, that sucks, but we are running the ball. I think I don't know. Certainly because of just specifically because of the
Okay, but if you have to bet on it, you don't think they're calling one pass play? Like, they could run the ball 2 times, get stuffed, and pass it. Like, you don't think they're –
I mean, earlier in the game, I feel like
right, that's what I'm saying. You don't think they're passing it once?
And also, for plus 1,100, that's crazy.
It's plus 1,100? It's
plus 1,100.
For him to throw a pass?
A single time in the entire game.
No. Wait, what?
Take the Seahawks to throw a pass 1 yard line. Seattle Seahawks to throw a touchdown pass. A touchdown pass. But that's still different. Plus 1,100.
Dude, for plus 1,100, I'm slamming
Plus 1,100 with the amount of times that they throw the ball to JSN, like in those goal line situations, like fades.
So now you're on my side.
Yeah, well, because I was specifically thinking of like late in the game, like last kind of drive.
Oh, no.
I didn't.
I'm just talking touchdown.
Well. Another really fun one is field goal or extra point attempt to hit a goalpost.
No,
I wouldn't bet on that in my life.
That's just not even a fun bet.
I mean, I think it's pretty funny. Same kind of situation here. To throw it from the 1 yard line. That's just a throw. So if you guys don't like the touchdown, you just want to do the throw, that's plus 550.
That's really
I really like that one too.
Pick six,
that's plus 700 on a pick six from either team.
Dude, Drake May could so throw a pick six.
I could see that happening. I could see either of the quarterbacks throwing a pick six, to be honest.
Dude, I think Drake May is going to throw a pick six.
That one's really fun. I would totally be willing to bet on that one for sure. And then score on the last play of the game.
That's insane.
Crazy.
This is what I'm saying. The fact that that's plus 800 and for them to throw a 1 yard touchdown is plus 1,100 is crazy.
The odds are all sorts of mixed up here.
Although I guess scoring the last play of the game isn't that crazy because it could just be a field goal.
It could be a field goal. Yeah, it could be.
I guess it's not that crazy. I would not. I don't think I'd bet on that.
Successful 2-point conversion at any point in the game. That's only plus 300. Low odds bet or high odds bet. But, I mean, I wouldn't. I would be willing to bet on that.
For plus 300, I wouldn't bet on that.
QB to catch a pass has the same betting odds as the Seahawks to throw a 1-yard touchdown. That is insane.
That is psychotic.
That's wild.
I don't know who sets these lines.
And then Drake May to have the longest rush in the game, plus 700. That one's not super crazy. Stephon Diggs to record a reception with longest air yards.
I hate that play. Okay, so going to a kind of player prop thing, and again, guys, we do player props, and I'm sure you guys all know that. So SB Locks and Ghost Locks channels, we will end up posting the Super Bowl video probably, tomorrow or the next day. What is it, Wednesday when we're recording this? Yeah. So probably on Thursday or Friday, we'll both end up posting our full player props videos for it. But just overall, who have you been looking at so far as kind of like a standout guy? Like, okay, I got to look into that. I'm probably going to end up taking him on something.
JSN just seems like the clear front runner in this one.
But what would you take him on, like a targets or reception situation?
Targets, receptions. I would definitely not be against yards. I haven't looked at any of the player props very closely yet, so I don't remember what his yards line is at. I'm sure it's very high because it's JSN. We could look at it right now, but
94.
94. That's actually not. I thought it'd be about 98, but I really like his targets in this one. I really like his receptions. If you guys go look at the rankings, what do we got? We got JSN is the fourth. He ranks fourth in wide receiver targets against defenses that generate pressure. New England generates the sixth amount of pressure in the league, so you've got a lot of targets coming in from that. And then on top of that, JSN gets the sixth most targets of any receiver in the entire league when facing man coverage. And again, on top of that, New England runs the eighth most man coverage in the league. So you got two different scenarios that are going to.
It almost doesn't even matter though, because JSN, I believe he's ranked first in the league against zone coverage. So he kills zone coverage, he kills man coverage. It's the Super Bowl. I don't think it's a bad bet to take JSN. But what I will say is, in playoff games, especially in championships, it happened in the college football championship. What people really need to focus on and look at is the game script, right? So game script in football games, just in general, matter a ton when you're betting on player props. But especially in championship games, it's all that matters. So if you think the Seahawks, just like us, are going to win by a touchdown or, double digits or something like that, I would heavily recommend looking into like a Sam Darnold under on pass attempts or Kenneth Walker over on rush attempts. Because if they're winning the game, they're going to run the ball, waste the clock, not pass the ball. And then, same thing vice versa for Drake May. I think Drake May is going to end up having 35 plus pass attempts, at least, just because they're going to be losing in that fourth quarter and he's going to have to start spamming the pass at some point. So I really think in championship games, you should only be betting on game scripting kind of things.
Yeah, I agree with that too. What I found through, pretty much the entire NFL season was like betting on player success is a lot harder than betting on what you think they're going to do as far as targets, receptions, how many times you're going to throw the ball. Betting on a player's success is a lot harder than betting on the quantity of how many times they're going to do something, in my opinion.
So like a targets or receptions is better than like a yards.
Pass attempts, rush attempts, anything like that.
Yeah. I agree. I think attempts, completions, all that stuff is better than yards and stuff like that. But I would say, guys that stand out to me is like a Drake May pass attempts or like a Kenneth Walker rush attempts, just because I think that's going to happen, or even the Seahawks extra points, right? Something like that. But that's what I'm seeing for player props. And then what Gatorade color do you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be blue.
Blue's just such
boring though. It is boring, but it's just so common. Like blue or orange, I feel like those are just so common that, like, if I'm going to place money on the color of the Super Bowl Gatorade, I'm going to go with something that's got a high chance. I do like what you're saying about the white or clear.
1,100
plus 1,100 on that is insane.
For water, bro? I don't know.
And the fact that it's like a 2-for-1 because you're covered clear and you're covered water, or you're covered white.
That's what I'm saying.
So
you're going to
get a little 2-for-1 and you get the best odds of literally anything. It's like,
it's kind of.
It's very, very enticing for sure.
By the way, guys, if you do not already know, we're going to be live streaming this game on the Ghost Locks channel, right? So my channel, again, most of you guys watching probably already know who I am. You probably are subscribed or something like that. But go ahead, go over to the Ghost Locks channel, watch it. We're going to be live streaming, and we do second half bets for player props and stuff like that at halftime. We hit both of the halftime plays in the championship weekend. So we watch the games first half. We go, okay, guys, what are we locking in on the live stream? And it cashed in both games during the live stream. So come in, check out the live stream. It's going to be somewhat similar to this, but then just talking to you guys in the chat. So it's going to be super fun. But other than that, I think we could pretty much wrap it up here. Do you have anything else you want to add before, anything that stands out before we get out of here?
I did just pull something up here. This looks really interesting. Obviously, we're going to have our actual prop videos up in a couple days for you guys. But I did just find New England's punter, Bryce Behringer. His line is at 4 punts. He has had 8 punts in his last 2 playoff games. So obviously against Denver and against Houston, he punted the ball 8 times in both those games. His line is at 4 punts. Again, this is one of the better defenses that anyone could face this entire season. So I really, really like
That's
that
a
line.
fantastic play.
Yeah,
they don't go for it.
They don't.
The Patriots do not go for it.
They're very, very conservative with that kind of stuff.
This is crazy. Maybe, you got a second-year quarterback that probably has a lot to do with it, but that's kind of crazy to me. Anyway, with all that being said, guys, again, make sure to subscribe. The lighting, the video is probably not great today, and I understand that. That's okay because it's our first podcast, right? We're just throwing some out there for the Super Bowl for you guys, giving you some thoughts on how we think the game is going to go and all that. But it will get better over time, right? We're still working on it, but make sure to subscribe. If you guys go ahead, drop a like on this video, that would be fantastic. Always really, really appreciate it. Let us know in the comments who you guys think is going to win. Any player props that you guys like that maybe you want to get our attention with, and we could put it in our videos if we like the player prop you guys give us. So let us know in the comments your thoughts about the game, all that stuff. But with all that being said, again, subscribe. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, and then we'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll probably start dropping some podcast episodes more often after the Super Bowl about college football, NIL, transfer portal, and then NFL offseason stuff, possibly some NBA as well, possibly even baseball. But we'll see. We'll get to that at some point. But anything else you want to say?
No, I'm all good, man.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll catch you guys in the next one. We're going to get out of here. Good luck with all your guys' bets on the Super Bowl. And again, let us know in the comments what you guys have, who you guys have winning, and the score down below in the comments. But with that being said, catch you boys later.
Later, guys.